The biggest lie of life. Why even the wealthy lack peace. Unveiling the absolute secret to success 99% don't know. Author Vahid Zekavati. Copyright VMZ Production. Introduction. My friend, this book is written for you. Human creation did not begin when your physical body was born. We are unique puzzle pieces that must fit into their intended place. Do you know why, despite wealth, you've lost the game of life if you haven't found your purpose? This book holds your greatest fear and, simultaneously, your greatest hope.
Chapter 1. Have you lost the entire game of life? The secret of the puzzle piece that must fit. Are you ready to face the most terrifying truth of your life right now? Your final judgment of failure is signed if you do not find your true place in the world. Peace will never be yours, even if you stand at the peak of fortune. This is the hidden secret concealed behind the forced smiles of outwardly successful but inwardly miserable people. Why do you wake up every morning with a feeling of exhaustion and dissatisfaction? The main reason is this: you are a unique puzzle piece forcefully jammed into a completely wrong position. This misalignment is the root of all your suffering. You must know this and be deeply terrified by it. You must be profoundly afraid of this state. This fear must compel you to act and rise for change. Imagine a puzzle piece designed for a vast, beautiful image, forced into a completely irrelevant slot. Not only does that piece fail to perform its role, but it also destroys the structure of the whole picture, and over time, the piece itself frays. You are that puzzle piece, and the world is the immense board where you must organize yourself. This book assertively states there is no alternative path. Your only way toward lasting success and peace is to occupy the place you were precisely created for and offer your unique shape to the world. This choice is not merely philosophical or a matter of preference. It is a mechanical necessity for the survival of your soul. If you are not in your rightful place, your energy is continuously depleted. The joy and meaning of work vanish, and a constant feeling of fatigue, listlessness, and inner contradiction plagues you. That 50 or 60-year-old individual who is neither satisfied with their work nor their life and drags themselves to their job every day with loathing is a true victim of this misalignment. They have lost the game of life because they never discovered their existential purpose and were forced to live a grand lie. You must not run from this bitter truth or deceive yourself, but rather fear continuing on this path and recognize it as the greatest danger in your life. You must fight for your salvation. Inner peace is the most vital compass in your life and a precise measure. This is the simplest rule. If a constant void or restlessness exists within you, then you are definitely not in your correct place. Have you considered why wealth, fame, or power cannot eliminate this feeling of dissatisfaction and set you free? It is because those factors are external and temporary, and your puzzle piece demands deep internal attention. You must look within, at your innate talents, at the tasks you perform with love, and at the tasks that drain you and you despise. These are the red signals that scream, your place is here. By accepting this initial harsh truth that you are a singular puzzle piece with a specific connection point, the first heavy burden is lifted from your shoulders. You no longer need to waste your energy and time struggling to prove yourself in the wrong position. This ataraf sadikanet to yourself releases the first powerful dose of genuine dopamine within you and offers you hope. This acceptance is the beginning of a new path where peace is the natural result of being in the right place. Now, you must wake up and take action. This is the first step toward your freedom. But to find that place, you must first learn which activities truly drain your energy. You must understand why you're always tired, and whether this fatigue is a blessing or a curse. This is the starting point of your investigation. 2200-161.org.
Chapter 2. Why do you get tired? Your body's final warning about the wrong place. Did you know that your constant fatigue is actually a cry of protest from your body? Your extreme fatigue is not a sign of working too much, but the scream of your body saying, "I am forced to do something I was not built for and am standing in the wrong place." This book tells you how to accept your chronic fatigue as the most accurate compass of your purpose and use it for awakening. Has the question ever formed in your mind why performing a certain task is easy and enjoyable for some people, but for you it is as exhausting as climbing a mountain with a heavy load, and you constantly wish for it to end? The answer lies in the complete misalignment between your internal structure and the position you occupy. This is a major conflict that you must resolve and put an end to. You must be afraid of this reality and wake up. You are wasting all your vital energy on a path that leads only to emptiness, listlessness, and illness. When a puzzle piece is forced into the wrong spot, its edges begin to wear down and lose their original shape. This erosion manifests in you as chronic fatigue, persistent lethargy, anxiety, and even physical pain. This is a very serious warning mechanism that must not be ignored. Your body is screaming with all its might that your path is wrong. To discover the correct path, you must be honest with yourself and ask precise questions. What tasks quickly and illogically exhaust me, even after sufficient sleep and rest? And conversely, what activities multiply my internal energy and make time stop while I'm doing them? The first list includes activities that are incompatible with the shape and structure of your being and must be eliminated or outsourced. The second list contains the signs that announce the beginning of your purpose discovery, and you must focus all your attention on them. Ignoring this fatigue is a form of slow suicide of energy and spirit that has very severe consequences and leads you to spiritual death. Fatigue is never your enemy. It is your biggest friend, guide, and warning sign. This book tells you you don't need to get stronger, play the hero, or suppress your emotions to stay in that undesirable job. Rather, you just need to be smarter and get rid of all the duties and responsibilities that suck your soul dry. Accepting this point is the first and most crucial step in recovering lost energies and helps you return to the main path. You must take this warning seriously. Stop lying to yourself. If you are constantly tired and don't enjoy life, the problem is not your weakness. The problem is the position you are in and the fact that you are not living your purpose. This book empowers you to accept fatigue from this moment on as tangible and conclusive evidence of your path being wrong.
This is a hard but liberating truth that will save you from confusion. By understanding this vital mechanism, a deep sense of awareness and control over your energy level blossoms within you. This awareness establishes inner peace and confidence within you. But for all of that to be achieved, you must understand what truly excites you and takes your energy. You must know the difference between superficial pleasures and real talents, and not confuse them so you are not deceived.
Chapter 3: The Illusion of Pleasure and the Reality of Talent. What is the difference between recreation and purpose? Did you know that most of the things you call recreation are actually just a way to escape? 90% of the activities you think you enjoy are merely used to escape confronting your true purpose. This book tells you how to distinguish your real talent from temporary superficial pleasures. Do you want to know why most of your hobbies lose their appeal after a short time and the feeling of emptiness returns? Because they are only a momentary painkiller and false dopamine, not the main nourishment for your soul or your purpose. You must be extremely afraid of the deceit of momentary pleasures and not fall for them, as these pleasures will derail you. This book assertively states, superficial pleasure is something that gives you temporary relief from fatigue and often involves consuming or watching others' content. But natural talent is an activity where, while performing it, you lose track of time, feel a sense of power and creation, and reach a state of flow. This is the moment your puzzle piece is exactly doing what it was created for from the beginning, and you are at your peak and creating value. How should you find your real talent and separate it from false hobbies? Ask yourself, what task is as easy as breathing for me and is done without effort or will, while for the majority of others, it seems extremely difficult, complicated, and impossible? The answer to this question is the unique angles and edges of your puzzle piece that the world needs and is waiting for. If you are doing a repetitive and insignificant job, while others desperately need your inherent expertise to solve a complex problem, know that you are suffocating your talent and purpose and committing a great sin. Don't be afraid to be better than others at something. Be afraid to deny and suppress this truth and keep yourself confined to the level of a simple employee when you could be a great leader. By discovering your real talent, you will no longer need external motivation from videos or books. The process of work and creation itself will be your main reward. This feeling of flow is the most powerful source of dopamine and serotonin, which is released stably, not by buying an expensive item, but by putting the puzzle piece in the right place and creates a deep peace. You must trust this inner simplicity and power with all your being and know it is the only path. So begin your search and dive deep. See what truly excites you from within, not just what entertains you for a few hours. This book empowers you to escape the trap of fleeting pleasures and embrace the path of purpose. By making a firm distinction between recreation and purpose, a deep sense of clarity and vital direction is reinforced within you. This clarity strengthens the foundations of your inner peace and prepares you to offer your value to the market. But once you have found this talent, how can you transform it into an indispensable economic value so you no longer have to struggle for money? This is the main law of the game.
Chapter 4: The Dirty Law of Value. How to turn your purpose into irreplaceable value.
Are you ready to hear the core law of business and economics that no one tells you? If you are replaceable in your job, the world has no reason to give you a great reward. This book tells you how to use your purpose to become an unrivaled value that no one can pass up and will be forced to pay a high price for. Do you want to know why some people earn the most with the least effort and are in the flow, while the more you struggle, the less you achieve and you are constantly tired? The dirty truth is this: the market does not reward effort, struggle, and hard work hours. The market only rewards irreplaceable value and is willing to pay any price for that value. This book assertively states, if 100 other people can do your job with the same quality, at a lower price, or even better, you are hustling and caught in the vicious cycle of competition. Hustling means continuous struggle for economic survival and engaging in a war of attrition that will destroy you. But purpose means using your unique puzzle piece to solve a specific and vital problem in the world in a way that no other person can do with that quality and that inner passion. This is the point where your value becomes unrivaled and unattainable, and the market bows down to you. This is a shocking truth you must accept. If your job is not aligned with your natural talent, that job is not a secure source of income, but a massive and hidden financial risk. Because at any moment, someone cheaper, younger, or more efficient might take your place and drag you into ruin. Don't be afraid of this reality. Be terrified of not changing and staying on this dangerous path. The only true and sustainable financial security lies in becoming an essential and vital puzzle piece in the world structure, one that the world struggles without and is willing to pay any price for the help. Think about the person whose purpose is to simplify complex concepts and help thousands of people, and they do this with utmost love and mastery. They not only have a great income, but they also go to sleep every night with a deep sense of satisfaction. Instead of hustling, they are flowing their value into the world and enjoying it. This deep peace is the stable, eternal dopamine that comes from true value creation and takes you to the peak. So ask yourself, by combining my specific talents and inner interests, what major problem can I solve in a way no one else can, and for the solution of which I'm willing to give my whole being? This book empowers you to transition from fighting for survival to becoming a value creator and setting the price for your own work. By understanding the main law of value, a sense of absolute power and control over your financial future increases. This inner power establishes a deep financial peace within you and sets you free from fears. But to do this, you must identify and destroy all the factors that have imprisoned you in the wrong position.
Chapter 5: The Purpose Massacre. Who kept you in the wrong place? Did you know that the main factor keeping you in the wrong place is not yourself, but an external force? The main factor that kept you in the wrong place are the false expectations and definitions imposed on you since childhood by parents, school, and society. This book tells you how to identify and destroy these purpose assassins forever and return to your true self. Do you want to know why you are always trying to become someone you are not and wear a mask? Because you have become a victim of blind imitation and social pressures to conform. This should make you angry. This book assertively states you are a curved, special, and unique puzzle piece. But all the people and society around you have defined success, happiness, and good income based on square, conventional pieces.
Your attempt to imitate wrong and accepted patterns means suffocating your unique talent and purpose. This is a terrifying and unforgivable act against yourself that must be stopped immediately, and you must revolt against it. For freedom, you must have the courage to face reality and ask bitter questions. Who introduced this job, academic field, or financial goal to me as good and successful? Is my main financial and life goal just to gain approval, admiration, or prove myself to others? If your answer is yes, you are living a grand lie that distances you from yourself every day. This book allows you to burn all these expectations, external pressures, and false patterns and find your true identity. Don't be afraid to be different and have a unique path. Be afraid that you will never have the chance to be your true self and end your life with regret. This book is written for your absolute and complete freedom. Freedom from the fear of being judged and ashamed of being different. Freedom from the pressure of trying to please others and your family. By letting go of these false expectations, a sense of lightness, pure authenticity, and liberation is born within you. You are no longer forced to play a predefined role and spend all your energy on it. This sense of authenticity is your most potent source of inner peace, which no wealth can buy. So identify and cut off all the chains, false thought patterns, and toxic relationships that are keeping you in the wrong place. This book empowers you to state with conviction, I am not like you, and this is exactly how it should be, and I will live for my purpose. By killing the purpose assassins, a sense of absolute freedom and liberation flows within you. This freedom is a strong dose of dopamine that prepares you to take big, real steps. But how should you apply this freedom to the complex structure of daily life and put your purpose into action?
Chapter 6. The Hidden Angles. Discovering the purpose codes in your daily routine. Did you know that your purpose is not some distant, unattainable goal? Your purpose is not an unreachable goal, but is coded into your most minor daily activities. This book tells you how to use small habits to map out and draw the precise angles of your puzzle piece. Do you want to know how you can discover your purpose without having to go on a long journey, weird meditations, or expensive consultations? By looking deeply, honestly, and analytically at the very things you do every day and pass by indifferently. This book assertively states, all the information needed to know the true shape of your puzzle piece is available to you right now, and there is no need for external searching. You only need to learn how to read and discover these coded signs. Your habits, dislikes, hidden activities, and tasks you perform spontaneously and unplanned are all parts of the final map of your purpose that you must piece together. For decryption, you must be precise and meticulous and ask key questions. When I am tired or under pressure, what activity do I instinctively and subconsciously turn to recover my energy and feel better? The answer to this question is a vital code. If you subconsciously move toward organizing and sorting spaces, files, or information, then you are an organizer or a system designer. If you move toward solving a complex problem or analyzing data, you are a problem solver or a strategist. Don't be afraid if your purpose seems insignificant or simple on the surface. No purpose is insignificant. The terrifying thing is to ignore these vital codes and remain in an irrelevant job and be filled with regret. Be honest with yourself and stop the false exaggerations. Accepting that purpose lies in simplicity, spontaneity, and small things lifts a very heavy burden from your shoulders. You don't need to do extraordinary things to prove yourself. You just need to find your puzzle piece and put it on display.
This book empowers you to trust the simplicity and power of who you are and use it to create value. So start monitoring all your daily activities from today. This book gives you a powerful tool, the Purpose Codes Notebook. Every day, write down, without judgment, what gave you energy and what drained you. By discovering the purpose codes, a deep sense of clarity, inner insight, and assurance forms in your mind. You are no longer confused or lost. This clarity guarantees your mental peace and prepares you to start taking action. But after discovering the codes, how will you turn this raw information into a grand, achievable, and actionable goal?
Chapter 7. The All-Start Later Syndrome, How Tomorrow is the Killer of Your Purpose. Did you know that all-start later is not just a bad habit, but a deadly factor? The all-start later syndrome is what created the 60-year-old unhappy man, full of regret. This book tells you why postponing purpose signs the final judgment of failure and a life without meaning, and how you must take a decisive step today. Do you want to know why procrastination and putting things off are not a bad habit, but a frightening and destructive defense mechanism from your subconscious? Because your subconscious is deeply afraid of the immense responsibility of living your true purpose and prefers to stay in the comfort zone. This book assertively states, this syndrome is a grand, fabricated lie that we tell ourselves so we can cope with the pain caused by the misalignment in our lives and deceive ourselves. You should not fear potential failure in starting your purpose or blame yourself. You should be terrified of the deep and irreparable regret resulting from not having a meaningful life and not reaching your purpose in the future. This must be your greatest fear. Why should you start today and not hesitate for a moment? Because with every passing day, the edges of your puzzle piece become harder, stiffer, and more fragile, and your flexibility for change decreases. Starting a new path at 20 or 30 is much easier than at 60, so don't waste time. This book warns you that this syndrome is the main enemy of your peace, satisfaction, and success. The only way to destroy it is to make a small yet decisive, non-reversible, and practical decision at this very moment. You don't have to revolutionize your entire life overnight and quit your job. That would be a huge folly. It is enough to start a small, risk-free side project, a 30-minute activity based on your purpose codes, Chapter 6, and continue it every day. This small but continuous step acts like a tiny gear that moves the entire mechanism of your life toward purpose and accelerates it. This practical and continuous action is the strongest signal to your subconscious for change. So make your firm decision and stop procrastinating. This book empowers you to no longer be a victim of procrastination, excuse-making, and laziness. You can take a small yet meaningful and continuous step toward your purpose today and experience a sense of satisfaction. This action is a strong source of active dopamine and contentment. By breaking the all-start later syndrome, a sense of progress, real competence, and self-belief is reinforced in you. This deep feeling increases your peace and confidence and prepares you for the bigger step. But to take big steps and stay on track, you must engineer your entire life structure based on your purpose and create a strong framework.
Chapter 8. Reverse Engineering Life. How Purpose is Your Life's Backbone. Did you know that all your external achievements are vulnerable to collapse if they lack a root? The house you build will collapse with the first storm and hardship if it lacks the backbone of purpose. This book tells you how to reverse engineer all aspects of your life, career, finances, relationships, health, based on the correct position and build solid foundations. Do you want to know why all your external achievements seem temporary, fragile, and meaningless? Because you started building your life from the roof, not from the solid foundation of purpose. This is a dangerous structure. This book assertively states, you must rebuild and align every dimension of your life based on your puzzle piece and your purpose. If your current job, leisure activities, or relationships are in conflict and misalignment with your purpose, those structures are not a secure source, but a massive and destructive existential risk. Don't be afraid to eliminate certain things and relationships. Be afraid of keeping things that forcefully push you away from your position and drain your energy. Reverse engineering means 1. Defining the core purpose based on the discovered codes. 2. Designing the vision, the job, income, and life that is completely aligned with the core and brings pleasure. 3. Rebuilding relationships, only with those who reinforce your purpose and are not obstacles. And 4. Daily actions that are solely and exclusively in line with the core purpose. Any action outside this backbone is not energizing. Rather, it drains energy and weakens you. This book tells you that saying a firm no to tasks unrelated to your purpose is a vital skill for survival and peace. Think about a life where all your daily actions are aligned with your grand, internal, and noble goal, and everything is integrated. How much of your anxiety, inner contradiction, and confusion disappears? You are no longer a contradictory and confused being, but an integrated and focused being. This deep sense of inner harmony and integrity brings you the highest level of peace and makes you invincible. So start the rebuilding and act without hesitation. This book empowers you to take absolute and complete control of your life and transform its structure. By reverse engineering, a sense of certainty, power, and inner mastery is reinforced within you. This certainty minimizes the fear of the unknown future and makes you strong. But purpose is not just about you. You must be impactful, and this is an important principle.
Chapter 9. Beyond Selfishness. Why your purpose is the key to waking the world. Did you know that the aim of your purpose has never just been to fulfill your personal needs? Your purpose has never been just about you. This book tells you why you must use your talent to solve the world's problems, and that the key to awakening others is in your hands. And this is the only way to find meaning. Do you want to know why, with all your personal achievements, a hidden feeling of emptiness sometimes comes over you and makes life meaningless? Because the puzzle piece was not designed to be alone, separate and selfish, but to connect to the bigger picture, a nobler goal, and to impact the world. This book assertively states, purpose is not a selfish act to fill personal voids. It is an act of service, generosity, and giving. Your unique talent is a unique solution to a global problem that you must offer. Don't be afraid of the great responsibility of purpose and making an impact. Be afraid of ignoring a need that only you can meet and depriving the world of it. The further you distance yourself from your purpose, the more you feel isolation, emptiness, and meaninglessness. This is an internal warning mechanism for return. When you start using your talent to help others and solve their problems, a deep sense of connection to the world and a greater purpose suddenly awakens within you. This book tells you that this feeling is the most powerful source of serotonin and love that your brain can produce, and no fleeting pleasure can replace it. This book is written for your peace, which is achieved through generosity. Think about the deep sense of satisfaction that comes from seeing the positive results of your work in the lives of others and solving their problems.
This feeling is beyond any material reward and gives you eternal peace. This book promises you that by activating the element of service in your purpose, all past regrets will vanish and your life will be filled with meaning. So be ready to make an impact and transform the world. This book empowers you to awaken the world simply by being yourself, living your purpose, and giving. By understanding your role in awakening the world, a sense of cosmic meaning, noble life purpose, and self-actualization erupts within you. This meaning eradicates all personal regrets. Only one final and crucial step remains: your final covenant.
Chapter 10. The Covenant to End Failure. You are now condemned to eternal peace. Are you ready to know why, from this moment on, true failure will no longer exist for you? Failure is now just an illusion. This book is your final covenant to end failure and struggle, and it condemns you to an eternal and sustainable peace. Do you want to know why failure is no longer an end for you and will not destroy you? Because failure on the path of purpose is merely feedback, a guide, and a course correction, not a catastrophic end. You are no longer struggling for the imposed goals of others. You are manifesting the totality of your being and your purpose. This book assertively states, by finding the correct position, you are now condemned to a life full of peace, satisfaction, and flow, because you are no longer spending your energy fighting misalignment. This covenant is a firm contract with your subconscious. I will never again allow struggle, misalignment, and the expectations of others to take the place of the peace and power of purpose. Stop worrying about what people say, superficial criticisms and judgments. Stop worrying about comparing yourself to the superficial and external lives of others. This book allows you to forever release all those fears, social pressures, and judgments. Your goal is no longer achieving external success defined by others. Your goal is being in the correct, aligned position and living your purpose. This covenant tells you that you are invincible on the path of purpose because every failure and challenge is merely a more precise guide to better fitting and strengthening your puzzle piece. This book is written for your ultimate peace, achieved through action and alignment. Feel all the past fatigues, anxieties, and dissatisfactions being lifted from your shoulders like a heavy burden, and feel yourself becoming light. You now know your position and the reason you were created for it. You no longer a lost and victimized person. You are a connected, valuable, essential, and infinitely powerful puzzle piece. So sign your covenant. Read this book over and over and remind yourself of it every day. Do not let the sound of inner alignment rise again. You have finally returned to your home, and you are condemned to eternal peace that will be with you forever.
Conclusion. You are no longer the same person who started this book. You know the secret of the puzzle piece. Your peace and alignment were the ultimate key to your success and satisfaction. This book empowered you to face the most terrifying truth of life and turn it into your greatest source of power. From this moment, your every step is toward your purpose. Now, act with faith and power.